Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, JEM Holographic, the 80s icon of drag, and today I have a really cool video for you guys. It's gonna be an unboxing, so we will get to that right now. Synergy, roll the intro. Alright you guys, before we get into the video, I would just like to thank those of you who have tipped me on Venmo. Thank you to Christopher and Tootsie. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me when you guys tip me. If you'd like to tip me, my tipping information will be right here and also down in the description. So, getting into the meat of this video, you guys, I have an unboxing for you guys. Now, don't mind this stuff here. We will get to it, but this is going to be really cool. Now, you guys may know that I am a vintage gem doll collector. But one thing I also have an interest in collecting is vintage knockoff fashions. Now, I'm sure that if we remember back to our childhood, if you were able to play with dolls, you probably got fashion packs and accessories from third-party companies, and that's exactly what this is.
Clever girl.
Except this is made specifically for JEM. Now, there were a couple of different companies that produced knockoff fashions for JEM. There was Tootsie and then there was Creata. And these two companies, especially Tootsie, were really known back in the day for creating third-party fashions and accessories for fashion dolls like Barbie. So when JEM came out, they saw an opportunity to create fashions and accessories for the JEM line. One of those, which I have over here, which we'll talk about, is actually a recycled fashion pack from many years earlier. But like I said, we will get into that. Now, this one that I'm unboxing is actually pretty rare, and I am so glad that by chance I saw it and I grabbed it when I did.
I'm just so lucky.
Because guys, this is a pretty rare fashion accessory pack. Now guys, this is a very rare accessory pack, especially to find in the box, mint. Crazy. You guys, oh my god. Ah. So by chance, I was actually telling my friend and business partner, Akeem, or Dosakith on Instagram, go give him a follow, about the knockoff fashions for JEM. I don't remember how exactly we got onto the topic, but because I have already an inbox fashion accessory from Tootsie, which I will show you guys and talk about, I was searching it on eBay just so I could see a picture of the back of the packaging, because mine does not have a back. And I actually stumbled across this. Now, this is from Tootsie, and this is their Jewel line of fashions. Now, you might be wondering, JEM, who the hell is Jewel? Well, that's Jewel. And if you look on the package, I know that it's covered up by price stickers here, but it says includes 3 outfits and accessories made to fit 12.5-inch dolls, Cher, JEM, Jewel, and the Misfits. Now, we recognize 3 of those names. To give you guys a little bit of a background, the Cher doll by Mego, I believe stopped being produced in 1979, and this came out in 1986. So it's very questionable why they would put Cher on there. Of course we have JEM and the Misfits, but who is Jewel? Well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm gonna blow the lid off the scandal. You're not gonna believe it, but Jewel does not exist.
Honestly, I am a little very gagged.
I know. Shocking, right? Well, not really. I feel like Tootsie, in a way to legitimize their knockoffs, created a character, which is depicted here. This is what the fans have named Jewel, in order to make it seem like these were not exactly what they are, which is a knockoff package. Now, this is one that is a 3-piece set. Now, if you ever find these on the card in singles, I think those are even rarer than these 20-piece sets. This was the first one that I had seen on eBay, and I've been looking for a while because these knockoff fashion sets are completely a new interest for me, and I'm like kind of obsessed with them.
And I was like, why are you so obsessed with me?
I got this for $50. That's crazy. These things are very rare, and when they do sell, they go for a lot more than $50. But let's get into what is in here. So I'm not going to be taking these out of the box. They're going to remain in the box forever, at least while they're in my possession anyway. But this is a 20-piece gift set. Now this is something that you would have given to somebody for Christmas or birthday or any old time, really.
Perfect for birthdays or just any old time.
To go with their gem dolls. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, if you've had dolls or been around dolls since you were little, I'm sure that you've gone to like a Walmart or a Target or even a dollar store and they had fashion packs and accessories made to fit Barbie. That's exactly what this is, except this was sold at retailers like Sears, JCPenney's, Macy's, because back in the day, those stores had like a bigger toy section than they would now. So especially Tootsie, which I'm gonna show you one of the pieces that I have, but Tootsie made exclusive gift sets for Sears back in the 80s that you could order in a catalog. Now, like I said, I'm not going to open this package, but I will tell you 20-piece gift set includes things like each pair of shoes, this hanger, this microphone and this guitar, and even this hair bow that's up here. That is all included in these 20 pieces. So you think you're getting a deal, like, oh, I'm getting 20 outfits or outfit pieces. No, you're getting a Walkman, shoes, one singular hanger, a hair bow, a guitar, a microphone, and then 3 outfits. But let's actually get into these outfits. So the first one, from what I can see here, is like a gold lame top, and it looks like it has this gold and kind of metallic thread trim. There's this silver, probably lame. That was a very popular fabric to use for doll clothing back in the 80s. Piece here in the front, I can see that there is like a gold floral patterned pair of tights under here. And of course, there is a microphone. This has a microphone strapped to it, so I assume that that's what you're supposed to use it for. In terms of the 3 pairs of shoes, I assume the white pair will go with that dress. Just looking at this tights that come with this actually looks like the same lace fabric that they used for Glitter and Gold Gem's bodysuit. I'll put a side-by-side up so you guys can see. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm tripping, I don't know. But that's what that looks like to me. Moving on, we have this actually kind of gorgeous, like blue sparkly dress with these like silver threads. Now this reminds me of the same kind of fabric that they used for Synergy's boot covers and gauntlets, that same kind of like Lorexy type fabric. I don't know, but it looks kind of, it actually looks kind of gorgeous, I'm not gonna lie. And it comes with this like silver kind of waist strap situation. And then there is a silver version of these gold tights that are in here. That's very interesting to me. If I had to say what pair of shoes that this came with, it's probably these dark blue pair. And just to get into these things that I have on the side, I actually do have a pair of those blue shoes loose. I was able to purchase these separately. I think I got them for like $5 on eBay. So yeah, totally random, didn't know what fashion set it goes with, but I'm super glad to know now that it goes with this blue fashion here. And then it has the guitar with it, so I assume you're supposed to use the guitar with that fashion. The last fashion that comes in this set is this pink top and pants situation. Now this fabric looks like the same fabric as the blue one, but in pink. And it looks like it has an off-the-shoulder type situation here. And then it has a half and half pink and silver checkered pant, and then a silver lame side of the pants as well. This side comes with a hair bow and a Walkman radio for your dolls to listen to. I actually think that that is so cute that this comes with a little Walkman. And it does in fact look gem scale. It doesn't look Barbie scale. So they really put in the effort, it seems like, to create accessory for these dolls. So this is the 3 outfit 20-piece fashion set from Tootsie. Now, like I said, I'm not going to be taking this out of the box. This will stay in the box. And I mentioned it a little earlier that I do have some other things from Tootsie that were made to fit gems. So let me show you that right now.
But wait, there's more.
All right, you guys, so this is my other in-box complete Tootsie fashion made to fit gem. Now, you might look at this and go, well, I see Jewel on here, but who are these other 3 guys? Well, I'm gonna tell you who these 3 guys are allegedly supposed to be. And this guy right here in the front is allegedly Donny Osmond. This fellow in the purple in the back is not Prince. It is in fact supposed to be Michael Jackson. And this mustachioed gentleman back here is supposed to be Sonny Bono. Now you might be wondering, Jem, what does Donny Osmond, Michael Jackson, and Sonny Bono have to do with Jem, Jewel, or anybody else mentioned on that other package? Well,
Clap if you care.
the funny story about this actually extends back a couple of years. So in 1984, the Michael Jackson fashion doll was released. Now, even before then, in the early 80s, and even in the 70s, we had the Sonny Bono doll, and we had the Donny Osmond doll from Mattel. So when the Michael Jackson doll came out, Tootsie, a familiar face in this video, decided to come out with fashion sets and fashion packs and accessories made to fit the Michael Jackson doll. But just like with this Jewel fashion here, they had to market it with other things. Now, I do not have a Michael Jackson era version of the Superstar accessories. I only have the JEM era, and the way that you can figure that out is if you see our good friend Jewel on the package. Now, she is a sticker. This is just a sticker that was stuck onto the package because I'm pretty sure by 1986, I don't think that they were selling the Michael Jackson fashion doll anymore.
Tragic.
So Tootsie probably had a ton of these Superstar accessory packs lying around and decided to rebrand them and sell them. So instead of coming up with new packaging, they just slapped a sticker on there.
Wait, don't be fooled. She's just a regular Malibu Stacy with a stupid cheap hat.
And now the sticker says, made to fit 12.5-inch dolls, Jem, Jewel, Rio, and the Misfits. Now, the lucky thing about this is that it does in fact fit the Rio doll. I will insert a picture of what this specific fashion looks like on a Rio doll.
That's a memory.
These were not made for Jem. These were made for the Michael Jackson fashion doll. You might be wondering, this is not a Michael Jackson fashion, and you are correct. Where they got the inspiration for this, I have no idea. There are tons of different versions of these, and you can find a bunch of these on eBay right now. They're pretty reasonable pricing wise. I got this one for about $25, and considering that the packaging is literally falling apart and stapled back together, I probably wouldn't spend more than that on one of these fashion packs, and I damn sure am not going to be opening this one either. So I already talked to you guys about these little blue shoes, and I was able to get these loose. Now, the way that you can identify Tootsie shoes from regular Hasbro Jem shoes is the fact that Tootsie has these 2 little holes on the bottom, and I'm gonna put an up close picture so you guys can see. I know that these are so tiny and you won't be able to see. There's 2 holes on the bottom of the shoes, and I assume that's because these are injection molded parts, and the holes on the bottom of the shoes probably help the machine actually punch these out. But again, I'm really glad to know which fashion these shoes actually go with. Like I said, I'm not taking it out of the box. Those shoes will just stay in my regular rotation of Jem stuff. But one thing that I got that was really interesting to me was this little fur jacket. Now, I got a doll that was wearing this, and I had no idea what it was. Honestly, like, just looking at it, this looks like something that Mary J. Blige would wear.
It's just wearing clothes and shit. Like,
so I was gonna hold on to it because I was like, oh, it's kind of sick. You know, I like the cut, I like the fur, and it's made of this like kind of beautiful like faux suede fabric. It's a really well-made piece, and when doing research for this video, which I will link the 2 videos that I watched down below of a panel at JEMCON 2024 and 2023, the moderator of that panel talking about the knockoff fashions actually showed a doll wearing this exact jacket. So I did not realize that this was a knockoff piece from Tootsie until I watched that video. Now, this would have come in those Christmas 3 outfit sets that I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna try to find a photo of the doll wearing this. But yeah, when I received this on the doll, I was just gonna keep it because I didn't even know what it was. And in doing research for this video, I found out that it was actually a Tootsie fashion. So that was really cool to see. So I mentioned before that a different company called Creata also made knockoff fashions and fashion packs. They also had their own doll called Lace, which I'll put up a picture here. And if you guys want me to review a lace doll, let me know. I'll try to track one down and we can unbox her together. But Creata had a line called Rockstar Accessories, and I'll put a picture of one here. How they got away with creating this and not getting sued by Hasbro, I have no idea. They had a set of 6 fashions that came with their own unique shoes. Now, these shoes are unique because they have little stars on the toes. And again, I'm gonna put a picture on the screen so you guys can see. But these are also unique because they're made out of a flexible vinyl material. The shoes, you can bend them and squeeze them. I don't know why they did that. I assume it's because, like with Tootsie, a lot of these companies had to build these stuff from the ground up. They didn't have the actual gem stuff to recast and make copies of. So I assume just to set their own stuff apart, they created all new shoes. Which, if you think about, for a knockoff fashion company, crazy amount of money to create their own special shoes to fit the gem dolls, create molds, injection molds, and cast them. But yeah, I feel that that is super cool. If you ever encounter a lot of shoes and you see any with the stars on the toe, those are Creata shoes. Now, I'm pretty sure I've tracked down which fashion set these go with, and I'll put it here on the screen so you guys can see. I do not have any Creata fashions, and that's because for some reason on eBay they are stupid expensive. Do not pay the prices if you are interested in purchasing these. Do not pay more than $100 for these fashions. Trust me, they are not worth that much. So I did recently miss an opportunity to buy some of these fashions complete on the card for like $30, but you know, bills come before collections, unfortunately. So I will be on the hunt. I will be on the lookout. I hope to find even more of these knockoff fashions still in the box or even loose, because I feel like that would be also a cool thing to see the dolls actually wear some of these fashions. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you have any of these fashions in your collection, I'd love to see it. Please tag me on Instagram at JEM_holographic. Also, if you find it in your heart to tip me, you can tip me here at my Venmo. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any one of my new uploads. And if you'd like to follow me on my socials, they will pop up right here. And as always, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Be bold, be beautiful, be truly, truly outrageous, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!